The Grand Prix returned in 1992, more or less as a carryover year. Aside from shuffling the engines in option groups, not much in the way of real tangible changes were made on the GP line. One of the more significant moves Pontiac made was to drop the 2.3-liter Quad 4 from the GP lineup. In terms of impact on the marketplace, well, hardly a blip could really be detected, as very few cars are actually ordered with that engine. And dealers ordering inventory generally selected the optional 3.1-liter V6. The optional engines were easier to sell and had a better repair record. In reality, the mating of a small, high-revving four-cylinder engine with only a 3-speed automatic on a 3,200 plus pound vehicle was not one of GM's better ideas, and basically resulted in the engine being more or less ignored in the marketplace. Now, I didn't specifically drive this vehicle, but I do remember test driving. It was around the late 90s, and the car I was test driving, I believe, was a 1997 Pontiac Sunfire, and it had the 3-speed automatic in it. And boy, I can tell you that engine used to scream on the highway. I mean, if you were driving along just at slow, normal highway speeds, that thing was going over 3,000 RPMs consistently, which actually led me at the time to opt for a 5-speed manual, because in the 5-speed manual, I was dropped to maybe 1,700, 1,800 RPMs. So significant difference, better fuel economy, and a lot quieter riding. In addition to that, probably a lot less harder on the engine too. Anyhow, back to the Grand Prix. Marketing changes for the 1992 centered around the strengthening of the Grand Prix's footing in the marketplace, with the deletion of the entire Pontiac 6000 line at the end of the 1991 model year. Pontiac was in need of making the Grand Prix sedan line attractive to both performance enthusiasts and those in more mainstream buyers looking for a suitable replacement for the 6000. In terms of its place in the model lineup, the GP found itself chasing the same sort of buyers that the Pontiac Catalina did in the 1960s and 70s. Some were sold for fleet use, some were family haulers, while others actually attracted performance-oriented buyers. All were seeking a lot of value for their money, and like the revered Catalina of days gone by, the Grand Prix sedan was capable of filling this very specialized niche. To that end, Pontiac fleshed out the GP sedan line in such a way that it would appeal to a wide cross-section of mid-sized sedan buyers, in order to give a more upscale look without retooling for a new front end. All 1992 Grand Prix sedans adopted the STE's light-up center nose treatment and grid pattern taillights. The entry-level LE was powered by the 140 horsepower 3.1-liter V6 with a 3.4-liter twin dual cam as an option. The LE rode on 205 70R15 Blackwall touring tires with sport wheel covers. The Grand Prix SE, on the other hand, was kind of the sporty midpoint between the LE and the top of the line model. It featured red accent striping down the body side molding, bladed 5-speed wheels with 215 60R15 Blackwall tires. Like the LE, the SE came with a 140 horsepower 3.1-liter V6 standard and was available with the twin dual cam engine as an option. The top level Grand Prix for 1992 was the STE, which included a 3.4-liter twin dual cam V6 body colored lower aero extensions, body color, sport mirrors, articulating bucket seats, leather-wrapped steering wheel, and specific 16-inch aluminum wheels with 225 60R16 Goodyear Eagle GT tires. To commemorate his retirement from racing, Special Edition Richard Petty Edition Grand Prix based on the GT Coupe was introduced. They were equipped with Richard Petty Edition badging, color-keyed wheels, Petty signature on the trunk, and badge on the dash, denoting it was a Petty limited edition. A special thank you letter signed by Richard Petty himself was also included, authenticating the car and its production number. Only 1,000 of these cars were built, so they were quite rare here. 450 were blue, 450 were white, and only 100 were red. 75 came with the 5-speed manual, and the other 925 came with a 4-speed automatic. Production numbers for 1992 included 65,458 LEs, 50,016 SEs, 2,255 GTs, and just 1,580 STEs. GTP and Richard Petty Edition GTPs are included in the GT totals. The total for the 1992 Grand Prix production was 119,319 units. For 1993, very little changed for the Grand Prix. Interestingly, though, Pontiac market planners were stressing the carryover concept, but in an area of pricing. Pontiac press releases at the time stated that the base price of the 1993 Grand Prix LE was $14,890, identical to the final price of the 1992 models. They added that the lowest priced Grand Prix LE sedan is a formidable opponent when equipped with the now available Sport Appearance option that provides kind of an STE look at a considerably lower price. That's not to say that there was nothing new that year, though many of the changes were made in kind of expansion of the higher end options in the lower line cars, such as the new availability of 16-inch 5-blade wheels on the 3.1 liter equipped LE sedans and mating of the electronically controlled 4-speed automatic transmission with second gear start with that same base engine. Automatic door locks were now standard on all Grand Prix. Pontiac built a total of 116,008 1993 Grand Prix, which broke down into 71,215 LEs, 42,718 SCs, 1,242 GTs, and 833 STEs. As before, GTP production was included in the GT totals. And that was the Pontiac Grand Prix for the 1992 and 93 model years. Thank you for continuing to join me along this journey. If you liked the video, please be sure to like it on your way out, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below and let me know what you think. I always enjoy reading each and every one of your comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.